Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing an Unexplained Phenomena video, the Mexican Alien BS. I don't normally do this when it comes to science or unexplained phenomena or UFO news stories. I don't normally do this, but I am contradicting it. And I'm going to tell you why. I've done a couple of videos on the alien mummies presented to the Mexican Congress. They did this a few months ago. Jaime Maussan was behind it. Go and check them out. Long story short, Jaime Maussan presented two objects to the Mexican Congress, claiming that they were mummified remains of extraterrestrials. He was called all manner of bad names, not the least of which was a charlatan and a liar. Maussan went and got more than a dozen professionals, professors, and the like from some very prestigious, from at least one very prestigious university in Mexico. Might have been another country. Anyway, he got some professionals to examine them and make a determination, and more than 10 of them signed a letter saying that the bodies were all natural and had not been tampered with. They were natural beings with some serious anomalies, like no lungs, and they had implants. One was pregnant with eggs. I mean, go check out the videos. You'll see what I'm talking about. That was a pretty bold statement. Signing that letter put their professional reputations and their careers on the line. These folks are serious professionals, okay? Now there's an archaeologist who says that the mummies are just dolls made of animal bones and held together with some kind of glue. Honestly, how fucking stupid is this? They took DNA. They had doctors come in and take DNA, and nobody noticed they were dolls. Nobody noticed that they were fabricated with glue. Nobody noticed. Really? Really? If this one archaeologist is correct, that means that Jaime Maussan and all of the people who signed that letter and the doctors who took the DNA from the mummies are either idiots or scammers. Either way, all of them, their careers are done. This one archaeologist, if he's correct, they're all done. They'll never, ever be able to say anything with an ounce of credibility in their lives. Now, if all of these other people are correct, then that archaeologist is either an idiot or he's trying to participate in some kind of obfuscation. I tend to believe the doctors who took DNA samples and didn't notice that they were dolls. I tend to believe the professionals in the universities who examined them and did testing on them and found implants. I tend to believe, this is going to sound bad, I would trust Jaime Maussan's word over any archaeologist who counters him. Now, I would obviously listen to the guy because you never know. Jaime Maussan is human, he could be wrong. But he would never intentionally mislead people. He's a journalist. That's his job. And he's not like the journalist here in America that makes shit up and get Pulitzer Prizes for it, like CNN did with the Trump-Russia collusion thing and the laptop thing and all that. Look, when Jaime Maussan says something, you can take it to the bank. I have never seen him fabricate a story. Now, is it possible he's wrong about something? Yes, absolutely. But could the doctors who took DNA be wrong? Could these professionals in these universities who took the mummies and subjected them to medical testing and what do you call it with the internal scanners, EKGs and EEGs and there's a word for it. I can't remember what they're called. Where you put them in the machine and it maps the internal layout of the body. Yeah, they use those. Nobody noticed they were dolls made with animal bones and glue? That's fucking stupid. It's fucking stupid. I've seen the stuff. I would trust Jaime Maussan more than any other probably more than any other journalist in the world. There's very few journalists I trust, and Jaime Maussan is one of them. I've seen the stuff Maussan shows at lectures. He is a professional, and he's a respected journalist. His stuff is pretty compelling. The folks who signed the letter risked everything to do it. This is not to be taken lightly. I don't know what this archaeologist is doing. he's either spitballing and making a joke out of it, which means he has not seen the mummies, or he's helping the government to cover stuff up. The only other explanation I can think of there would be if all of these other people who put their careers on the line by signing that letter are all participating in a hoax, which I find highly, highly doubtful. I'm sorry, if you're a doctor and somebody asks you to test DNA, you don't take the sample without getting a rundown of the patient. You don't do it. I used to work in a lab. I understand. I'm not a doctor and I'm not a medical professional. I did not operate in the lab, but I used to work in that lab and I saw how they function, the conditions that they had and everything. If it was fake, they would have known. The people doing the DNA would have known. I'm just saying. It's stupid. These are not dolls made with animal bones and glue. It's freaking stupid. Ay. But that's the kind of stuff you have to put up with when you investigate UFOs, I guess. Hope this finds everybody well. And if you have your own comments, please put them down there. I'd love to read them. You folks have a good one. God bless one and all. Devo Poland, a scientific representative of a pacifist race called the Gandhiri, is sent away as an exchange officer. His objective, to learn the one skill his species never developed, to fight. And he's sent to learn that skill from the one species who does it better than any other in the galaxy, humans. If you like science fiction with an upbeat military tone, check out my novel, Vanguard One.